See it.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
I am now a photojournalist and videographer at the Daily Iowan. I've worked here for 3 years.
Senior year was when I started getting into photography of high school, and then I really started getting into it last year when I joined the DI.
I'm officially the multimedia journalist at Little Village. I write 3-ish stories a week, and I'm also essentially the staff photographer. I have experienced sexism on the job, and it's usually when I'm covering sports. First time it ever happened to me was I was still a student at the University of Georgia. I was photographing the football game between Georgia and Notre Dame. And while I was downtown photographing the bars, just as many drunk frat bros as they could flipped me off and screamed at me. It was really jarring. I hadn't photographed sports for a while after that.
I think every single game that I've covered here at Iowa, there's always an old guy who tries to talk to me. A couple games ago, I was taking some wide shots in the stands, not really in anyone's way, just like on the side of the tunnels. Someone threw a shooter at me, and another old guy like shoved me. I've had men ask me for my phone number, and sometimes they say like, "Oh, you're too weak. Like, do you want me to hold the camera for you?" I don't enjoy that aspect of photojournalism.
When Pence came into Iowa this year, I was there covering it, and one of the state representatives, I believe, was making comments about making transphobic comments while I'm sitting there working, and it's kind of, it was incredibly disheartening because it was like, I'm here making work, doing my job, and you are like personally insulting me basically, like I'm the only one in the room. I don't feel good that there's such a small number of female identifying photojournalists and also transgender photojournalists. I don't really have anybody to look up to, and like I don't get to choose really what work I like.
It's like the specific combination of woman carrying a camera that gets people, wanting to come up to me or say something. And it's not something that typically happens if I'm not carrying it. So I don't know why that is.
Have you heard any experiences like this, like happening to guys?
I don't think so.
Why do you think that is?
Sorry. I mean, okay, wait, I feel like this is such a on-the-nose question.
What?
I said I feel like this is such an on-the-nose question.
Like, everyone already knows the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna bother a guy on assignment, but so does a feminine presenting person where the camera comes, you might be like, hey, take a picture. Hey, that equipment looks awfully heavy. That's a serious lens. And it's like, well, I'm a serious photographer,
The way I deal with it now is that I just try not to think about it, because it's never really about me or my career. It's about the stories that I'm trying to tell. So everything else is just a distraction, and I don't want it to distract me from what I'm trying to do. I don't know if that's healthy, but it's what I do.